Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and thank you so much for stopping by. And so I was going ahead just doing my regular errands for the week, doing some grocery shopping, getting some, household items, and I was of course at Target. And so for today's video, I'm really excited to be trying this brand new product. It is the BioBlender from EcoTools, and it is their 100% biodegradable makeup sponge. If you have not tried EcoTools, like their sponges or brushes, they're really great quality and for an awesome price point. So this sponge, I believe, retailed for $5.99. They also had a pack of 2 that was for $9.99, but I just wanted to first try out the sponge before committing to the duo. So personally, I love EcoTools sponges. They're the right amount of squishiness and they're not too hard. I feel that sometimes when I'm testing out other sponges from other brands, sometimes it's like a little, I wouldn't say painful because it is a sponge, but it's not the right poofiness, and I don't know, it just there's just, you have your preferences when it comes to sponges and brushes, but what I really love about their sponges is that they have I guess a curved slant, I don't know what you would call it, is really great for especially adding concealer under your eye or even baking, because it just fits perfectly right under. But yeah, so this is what the sponge looks like. So usually their sponges are green or blue, I believe, but this one is so cute in this purple, and it also says plant me. They also make a little note in the back here that you can plant this and it will, I guess, decompose in the ground on its own. So just some details before I go ahead and open this little package. So like I mentioned, 100% certified biodegradable sponge. It is 100% plantable paper packaging, so awesome. Safe for sensitive skin and dermatologist tested. So it also mentions to clean 1 time a week and then replace every 30 days. So if this ends up working, probably will end up buying the duo just, for to be more just cost effective. And I believe with traditional, for example, a beauty blender sponge, it can last between 3 to 6 months depending on how much you're using your sponge, how much you're cleaning it, etc. So that is interesting. It's probably because of the ingredients that are used to make this sponge. I also did want to kind of just mention that Beauty Blender has also come out recently with their own sustainable green sponge that you may have seen in stores or online, and it is an innovative sponge with a 60% plant-based composition and one-of-a-kind bounce to effortlessly blend your makeup for a natural skin finish. Cool. And for that one from the Beauty Blender, it costs $20. I think that's generally around how much beauty blenders cost. Yeah, it seems so. All right, so kind of just going on to Ulta or EcoTools official website just to kind of get some more information to provide you guys. So this is the world's first 100% biodegradable makeup sponge. The BioBlender sponge is made with 5 earth-friendly ingredients so that you get that flawless glowing look without the added waste. With just 5 ingredients, that's actually pretty incredible. That seems like not that many, wow. And along with being biodegradable, it is also vegan and cruelty-free. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and open this. Okay, so first off, without wetting it, it does feel a little dense. Oh no! Did I just do that right now? Oh no. Okay, well, I guess if this ends up working, I'll have to get another one anyway. But I don't know if you can see the little dent. But I'm not going to judge it because this is just a fluke setting though. But like I mentioned, if I end up really liking the sponge, I will go ahead and repurchase anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wet this, but first off, it does feel more dense than the traditional EcoTools sponge. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet it and be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and wet my sponge. I also noticed another dent right there. So maybe because of the materials that they use, it's more prone to getting those nicks. And maybe that's why you have to replace it every 30 days instead. Just a theory, I have no idea, but look at the size. It's pretty large. But before I go ahead and get to it with applying it to my face, I actually did find an EcoTools sponge that I had already had. I just took it out of the packaging right here. So it's the exact kind of same style of the flat, the straight edge, and then the little back. And I will say, now that it is wet, it is a lot more softer. It is softer, but like this one is actually, it's pretty dense as well, but not as much as this one was. And so, because just in case if you have not tried EcoTools Sponge before, I'm just going to be using a regular beauty blender on one side of my face and then the biodegradable sponge on the other, just so we can see a side-to-side comparison. Okay, and I already have prepped my skin with primer. All right, but here we go. Okay, yeah, it is a little more dense. But in terms of like blending, I'm not seeing anything like out of the ordinary. How are we looking? I think looks pretty good to me. I think looks good. All right, and now moving to just one more of a close-up of this side, the biodegradable sponge. Moving to the beauty blender side. Wait, is it more dense? Well, I'm using I don't know. This is so relaxing, actually. So there is more of a tougher pounce with the EcoTools, with the I should just refer to the biodegradable sponge versus the beauty blender. But I will say, because it's smaller, I almost feel like I have to push more versus the biodegradable sponge. I'm barely using a lot of power when pouncing it because it's so much larger. I wonder when editing this if I'll be able to tell more. Things that I do want to try is concealer, but also bronzer. Maybe if they're a tie right now, but if I use the concealer and bronzer, we'll get a first place winner. EcoTools beauty blender side. So I think all in all so far, this kind of provides a little bit more coverage, which I don't know how, because I use the same product. So maybe I will finish my face and then I will leave you with my final thoughts. Okay, and we are back. I just went ahead and finished my makeup, and I guess with my final thoughts, I still think it is an amazing deal that the sponge is only $5.99. And so I think the biggest thing that I started to notice when applying the rest of my face is that the sponge did pick up a little bit more product than the beauty blender side. It took me a little bit longer to blend out the cheek product on the beauty blender side rather than the biodegradable sponge side. But I will say that everything though blended perfectly. I didn't run into any problems offhand, and I really don't know if this sponge is picking up more product because it's my first time using it, and so I definitely will be using it to just test it out more, see if it's still going to be picking up product, and if if that is the case, then, you know, definitely great for those natural days, or sometimes if I am working with a little bit more of a matte formula, I do like to purposely use a sponge that retains more water, just because I know then it's going to be able to pick up some of that extra layering that I didn't want in the first place. But let me go ahead just before, I'm going to turn my ring light on again. I do just kind of want to do side by side one more time, but okay, here we go. Front, up, close and personal. So this side over here is the Beauty Blender side, and this side is the biodegradable sponge side. So I'm curious, do you have a preference? I think they both look great. So I think that the next time if I need to pick up a sponge, my go-tos are really like these two already. I think it's a great product. I think it, you know, definitely helps us all to do our part a little more if you want to, you know, be a little bit more eco-friendly, or just, you know, you're in the market to test out a new sponge. I would say go ahead and go for it. Alrighty, and so that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. So yeah, go ahead and like the video if you like what you saw here today, and feel free to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you could be updated with all of my videos that get uploaded every week. Yeah, thank you so much again for watching, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Bye!